Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're actually leaving Cap Cana and we're going to be looking at this supermarket, the biggest supermarket, the most relevant one for everybody living in Cap Cana and Punta Cana Resort and Village, called Nacional, the national supermarket. This supermarket is the one I myself frequently go to. There's others, of course, but they're about 20-30 minutes away from Cap Cana, so not as relevant to everybody living in this area. And also Nacional has the best quality food. A lot of products that are imported from the US as well, such as gluten-free products, for example, that you would not normally find in the supermarkets that are more located to the north. So yes, welcome again, and let's go inside the supermarket and check out what there is to get. Before we head to the supermarket, I wanted to briefly showcase the location of this supermarket. So 2 minutes away from here is where the International Airport of Punta Cana is located, so it's adjacent to the airport. Next to the supermarket, we have Casa Cuesta, which is a very, very nice place for furniture. So it's a furniture store. You also have home appliances, etc. So let's keep walking this way. So again, as I mentioned, we're right in front of the supermarket, and you have a lot of parking spaces. So it's never really too crowded. You can always find a space. And it's interesting to mention that we also have a charging stations for electric vehicles. So that's something that's new in the area, and we've had more and more of these pop up recently. So we're on our way to enter the supermarket now. Also important to know that 2 minutes from here, well, actually right across the street, is where the Blue Mall is located, the largest mall of Punta Cana. They will do some other time because they have a lot of nice shops as well. So let's head over to the supermarket and check out those prices and how they compare to where you are coming from. So once you're in front of the actual entrance, you typically have 2 cart sizes to get. This is the mini one that I rarely get, and then the other one, which is huge, that's typically what I do. So let's go. Buenas.
Hola, hola.
So before we actually start looking into prices and everything, I wanted to mention that as of today, January 27, 2025, the actual conversion rate is 61. So $1 is equal to 61 Dominican pesos. So based on that, we're going to be looking at, of course, the current prices of the items here. So for example, to start with the avocado, right now, the avocado is actually, it's for sale. I mean, it's got a promotion on it, and one avocado is equal to about 60 cents US, which is of course very, very affordable. But again, it's a local product. So everything that's locally produced is very, very affordable. So again, still in the fruit section, just as an example, one pineapple is equal to about $1.5 US per unit, which I find very, very affordable. Where I'm from, one avocado is $5, so, and pineapple not to mention. But again, because where I'm from, that's imported, right? So it makes perfect sense. Let's move forward to this section. So here, for example, you have some apples. These are imported from the US, based on what I can see. And you can also see based on the stickers that this is not made locally. For example, per pound, these are 85 pesos per pound. That would be equal to about $1.4 per pound for these apples, for example, that are imported. So continuing down the fruit section, again, just for reference, you've got some green grapes at 160 pesos per pound. 160 pesos. Dear Lord, I have to calculate everything manually. So this is about $2.6. Moving on to grapes. Grapes are about $4. Not grapes, sorry, blueberries are about $4 for this box. So it's on the higher end. Again, anything that's imported from far away is always going to be a bit more expensive. That's not produced locally. And we're in the juice section. So what I really like in the supermarket, these are fantastic. They don't have no added sugar, and I always get these. I typically get one of each. They're delicious. It says natural juice, no sugars added, and this is about 235 pesos, about $3.85 for those. In this section, what is also pretty cool is that you can buy fresh coconut water with no additives. So you just get fresh coconut water and an actual coconut, and to get the water from that. It's pretty nice. Coconut water, is about $2 each bottle. Or of course you can go to a local beach and get a coconut from the tree. But this is more convenient and it's refreshing, you can get it right away. So guys, moving on to the vegetable section, here we're going to be taking a look at some of the prices for the garlic, onion, shallot, etc. I just wanted to mention quickly that anytime in the video, we're going to be trying to get as many prices for you as possible, so you can always pause the video and actually see the prices and do the calculations for whatever item you're interested in. So looking at the garlic, for example, it's 100 pesos for this whole package of go ahead, sorry. It's 100 pesos for the whole package of 4 units. How would you, I don't know how to call this exactly, but that would be around 100 pesos, $1.2 approximately. Yes. So moving on. And we reached one of my favorite places in the Nacional supermarket. This is a whole section of the healthy food, right? So here is where you're gonna find gluten-free, sugar-free, everything that is the least processed possible. And they have quite a lot of options. Lots of them also imported from the US. So you can check out the prices here for all the gluten-free cookies and gluten-free pancakes and everything else. I typically get a lot of stuff from here as they really have delicious options. I will literally get this whole thing. That's coming. So here you have a protein bars, which I absolutely adore. This is my favorite one, but it's always sold out as apparently everybody likes it, so. Oh, cool. Got the matcha. Red mixed matcha. I haven't tried that one. So again, healthy stuff, acai powder, and whoever's into this, you would definitely love this section. And we're now reaching the section, of course, of the relevant household items and the grocery overall. So here we're looking at eggs. So you've got egg prices here start at 200 pesos for 30 eggs. So that's about $3.2, if I'm not mistaken, for a case of 30 eggs, which is pretty good compared to what I've seen in the US. Recently, this is it's pretty good. Of course, there's different grades of eggs, so that's the starting point. And then we have others where you get 12 eggs for 134 pesos. So for $2, you get 12. Yeah, so this is grade 1 from what I can see. Different options. And we not only have imported US brands, we also have a lot of other countries too. For example, this should be an Italian brand, Parmigiano Reggiano. Absolutely delicious. That's also great. Yeah, exactly. From Modena, Italia. So we got a lot of that here. So not only US, we have products from pretty much all over. One of the things I wanted to mention here as well is that I was actually very happy to find that in Nacional, and not in all supermarkets you have this, I was able to find sugar-free yogurt, like actually sugar-free yogurt. Coming from Serbia, we do not put sugar in a yogurt, but that's very common in the US. And here, Dominicans love their sugar. So it's very common to find sugar 100% with yogurt with sugar. Sugar with yogurt, yeah, exactly. But here you do have options, completely sugar-free and of course much healthier. We have reached the alcohol section of the store. Wide range of options, not only local, but lots of imported too. Of course, starting with rum, which is kind of predominant in the country and in the supermarket as well. Fantastic selection. This is my favorite rum that they make locally, Brugal Leyenda. You got different versions of it. And just to get an idea, a bottle of it costs $26 for the bottle, which is a spectacular price. That would be considered a top shelf drink in lots of establishments. What they would normally serve you, also, that is kind of the starting point of this company would be the Extra Viejo. So that's kind of when you see the bottle with the little net, this is what you're getting, and this is also good, but that would be the starting point of this Brugal rum drink. Of course, besides rum, we got a lot of other options, tequila, gin, absolutely everything, and plenty of wine options. From what I can see, starting at about $9 per bottle. So, and for some good wines that I saw right now as well. So it's not too expensive. They're well priced. And the most important part of this section for many will be the beer section. So we got a lot of options again, both local and imported. One of the most famous ones, of course, Corona. So per Corona, 124 pesos promotion right now. So 124, exactly. So $2 per bottle is what you would get for the Corona. However, going to the local beer, which is Presidente, and also very, very good beer, it's basically half that. It would be, well, not half, sorry. So for the light one is 100, so it's 20 pesos less for the Presidente instead of the Corona. So 100 pesos, $1.8 instead of the $2, 1.7. You're gonna get all of this written on the screen because my manual calculations sometimes are a bit off. So yes, besides that, we also have imported beer. For example, Desperados, which I think, yeah, this is the beer with tequila. Oh no, this one is the one with aguardiente, which is a Colombian drink. So it's a mix and it's also pretty good. A quick mention that they also have alcohol-free beer and gluten-free beer, which is very rare to find anywhere. But in Nacional, you have it in Punta Cana. Rice, one of the staples when it comes to grocery here as well. Very, very well priced. A 10-pound bag costs about $7 for a 10-pound bag of rice. It's quite a lot, and they have even bigger packages that have 12-pound and even more than that. Look at that! Probably can't even lift this box, but there's a lot of them and a very, very well priced price. So as soon as you walk in the supermarket, all the way down to the left, you will find the bakery section. So you got a lot of bread option, but not just bread, you got a lot of different pastries, freshly baked as well. So if you take a look here, on this side, you will also see different cake options, a lot of sweets. I have no idea what these are. Yeah, muffins, etc. And some typical Dominican sweets. This is polvorones. This is delicious. You should definitely try these. We're actually recording this on a Monday, which seems to be the day they bring a lot of merchandise. So if you see a lot of cases and boxes and people just working to put everything in its place, that's why, because it's a Monday today. In this section here is also where I like to shop. I typically am here because they do make homemade pasta. So for example, if you don't want to buy the typical barilla and other types of pasta that are more processed, you also have homemade pasta here. And not only that, but you also have homemade pesto sauces. Now this is really good. It's far cheaper than the imported stuff. And it's 180 pesos and there's quite a bit of it inside, but it's delicious. It really tastes natural. So this is a section where you can get all of your cold cuts, cheeses, ham, prosciutto, anything you guys want. It is absolutely delicious here. And you got quite a few options as well. Also, very important to know that this supermarket actually has a cafeteria, so there's a whole place where you can actually buy food that is ready. And typically all of this is sold out well before 1 p.m. because everybody eats lunch, so they buy absolutely everything here. As you can see right now, we are left with a couple of croissants and white rice because everything is done. But typically they do chicken, they even do whole chicken, and a lot of really delicious food. I've had food here many times myself. And if you take a look at this section, you got the drink section for the cafeteria as well. And of course, you got chicken wraps. A chicken wrap, for example, for reference purposes, is 180 pesos, so it's pretty good. Chicken wrap sandwiches and even some sushi here, salad, etc. So if you would like something full with salads, you can also get it here, even though everything here is sold out past 1 p.m. And a new addition to the supermarket that I've just discovered myself right now is Cuesta Libros. So it's a place where you can actually buy books, and it's located within the supermarket, right inside of the cafeteria. So it's pretty cool, and it seems like they have quite a good selection of books right here. For comparison purposes, we saw pesto before, right? It was locally made. I think it was 180 pesos. We're gonna check that fact. I think it's 180 pesos over there for the local one. And of course, the imported one, the Barilla famous one, is 360, so double the price. And that one I actually prefer, which is the local one. It's more delicious. Here we are in the cereal section. Again, lots of imported brands, but also lots of local to choose from too. So here you can say, for example, Kellogg's would be 300 pesos for a box of cereal. It's about $5, right? Yeah, $5. And of course, milk, another very important part of today's video. So what people would normally get here, and the most common local brand, the most famous one is Rica. This is what everybody here gets locally, and it starts at 73 pesos per 1 liter or 33.8 ounces, fluid ounces. So 73, yeah, it'll be $1.1 approximately for a bottle of milk, a box of milk. And of course, coffee being a very relevant item in the household as well. What I would typically get is Café Santo Domingo. Again, local brand, really, really good coffee, Santo Domingo. You will find it absolutely anywhere in any supermarket. And let's take a look here. So 1 pound is 384 pesos. That would be about $6 per pound. But there's others in smaller packages as well. Here we have a half a pound for $2.5 approximately. And wherever in the supermarket you see the Líder brand, well, that's typically the entry level. That's the cheapest products you will find here, but also good quality. They're kind of the entry. Then you have Santo Domingo, and then you have, of course, the imported ones as well. Also here you can find the capsules for the coffee machines that you will typically find here. You can get those here as well. Nescafe, depending on the machine you get, of course, you have different capsule necessities. But for example, here 12 capsules would be about 400 pesos approximately. So that would be $6.5 per 12 capsules. Again, depending on which kind of capsules your particular machine needs. Here we are in the paper section. So here we're going to be taking a look at the prices of toilet paper, also very important, as well as the Pampers and everything else in this section. So for example, we have international brands here as well, of course, Pampers and Huggies. You would be looking at about 1,000 pesos for 24 diapers, so $18 for 24 diapers here. And let's take a look as well at the toilet paper. So again, you have different levels of quality, 1-ply, 2-ply, 3-ply, depending on what you get. Well, of course, the liter is going to be the starting price point. So here we have How many? 12 rolls, starting at about 300 pesos. So 300, $5 for 12 rolls. Or of course, if we go to the other section, and this is the one I would typically go for, which is Scott. It's a very nice brand. That goes up to 670. And they often have some kind of promotion, so they go under 600 pesos for 12 rolls. And they're all, I believe, 3-ply. Yeah, 3-ply. In the baby formulas. What's up? Here we are in the baby formula section. So you will see that we also have a huge choice of local, well, mostly imported brands from what I can see, which is Nestle primarily, and lots of others still. We are located in section number 5 here, which is mostly fabric softener, detergent, cleaning products as well for the toilet, kitchen, and everything else. I'm actually going to be getting one for myself right now. Let's see what they have available today. So most of these are good. I would typically get the biggest one they have because I really don't like coming back and buying it over and over again. So I'm just gonna get this one, which would be 374 pesos per 1.7 kilos. So quite a lot of it as well. So in the fabric softener section, I would typically get, again, you have anything starting from liter all the way up to Downy. I would typically go with something in between, such as Suavitel, which is also a great option. And they get very big packages as well, which are very good. Great and important section of the supermarket would be the insect killer section, right? So we have all kinds of things you may possibly need. We have Bygone, which is a popular one, and Raids, of course. And also we have different types of tools. We even have, oh wow, there's even a rat trap here you can get. So if you're wondering in Punta Cana where you can get it here. Thankfully, it was not necessary in Cap Cana, but in case it ever is, you know you can find a rat trap here. So we're now in the area of the fish products. So here we have smoked salmon, which is very good. So these are typically a bit pricey. I'm not sure if it's probably worldwide, but these are always a bit pricey. So for example, this smoked salmon would be about 550 pesos. 550 pesos, that would be approximately $9. Or something like this. So again, you have different prices and different quality as well. Also important that here you can actually get fresh fish and you can buy it right here. So depending on what they have as catches of the day, here you can see that they have quite some selection for the fish products. We also have some shrimp options. For example, this would be 2 pounds of shrimp, of raw shrimp, 700 pesos. 700 pesos for 2 pounds of raw shrimp. We are now in the shampoo and general cosmetics section of the supermarket, so I wanted to mention here that you can get possibly the cheapest sunscreen in the area of Punta Cana, Cap Cana. This is where you would find it in the Nacional supermarket. So for reference purposes, let's say the common one, which is Top Care, will be starting at 600 pesos for 8 pounds of cream. So 600 would be about 9.8, almost $10 for this one, and of course going up depending on the brand itself, right? But if you need a sunscreen, trust me, you should go here because you will pay the least. In other places, for example, souvenir shops, etc., you'll be paying up to $30 for the same product. So here it's actually pretty good to get that. As well, you can get the repellent, mosquito repellent, natural, without any chemicals in it, starting at 460 pesos for this. So this is good. You also have the same for kids without chemicals. And you also have a mini one, which I'm actually gonna get right now as well. You can never have enough repellent in the Dominican Republic. Yes. Also here in this section, you will find some pharmacy products. So anything that is basically regular OTC medicine you can find in here. For example, for nausea, this is very important. Always get a Dramamine, especially if you're going on a yacht or on a boat tour. You will want to have this with you. Dramamine you can find right here. And some basic syrups, for example, if you have a cold or a sore throat. And yeah, quite a few options here that are OTC medicine you can get right here. We are almost reaching the end of the supermarket. There's still quite some ground to cover. In this section, we have everything you need for your barbecue. So we've got charcoal. We got some disposable cups that I actually need for myself as well. So I'm gonna get those. Exactly. Oh, look at that. This is well. Got plastic cups. If you're having a party or hosting somebody over, it's always good to have some plastic cups as well. So here you can also get an air mattress, for example. If you're having someone over and there's no space for them, well, there you go. There's an air mattress right here in the Nacional supermarket, and also some water inflatables that you can get. In this section, you can get lots of things you need for your car. I'm not too familiar with this topic too much, but I'm sure you guys are gonna know, especially men, what all the things you can get here. And I see you can also get chlorine for your pool right here in the supermarket. Light bulbs, LED light bulbs, disposable plates. This is also very good. This is a pump that you get for these, we call them botellones here, right? So we got typically a botellon, and you would install the pump on top so you can store yourself water a bit more easily. It's also very important. In this section, you have some dog treats and dog toys, and some small dog beds as well, and the training pads. This is new. They didn't have this when I got my dog, but now they have the training pads as well. It is important to know as well that there are other places where you can get dog treats, especially now. There's a lot of places that are opening up with natural dog treats, so none of the processing, but natural treats made for dogs. And we have that store in Cap Cana. We actually have it. It's called Hospitality, that I'm gonna do a tour of as well, where you can see a lot of natural snacks and food, etc. But this is also an option for, you know, if you're in need, you can get it right here as well. We're now in the section where one can get flour and cookies and lots of sweets. So for reference purposes as well, flour would be starting at 72 pesos per 2 pounds, so about $1.1, $1.2 per 2 pounds of flour. And again, you got different brands there as well. Sugar, for example, 2 pounds, 66 pesos, so $1 for 2 pounds of sugar. We also have oh, look at that, like packs of sugar, individual, and they also have the organic coconut sugar. This is the one I purchased for my home. It is supposed to be healthier, but it's certainly delicious. And that would be, I think, 200, let me check. Oh, you can also check prices here. So if you're ever confused with the price, you got these machines pretty much in every section. And then you simply scan it and it shows you the price right here. So it is very pricey. Of course, anything organic is going to be pricey, be it here, US or Canada. It's the same thing, but you have various options to choose from. And besides, of course, the imported famous cookies and treat, here you have Dominican products, Dominican sweets, very popular locally. You got dulce de leche, you got all kinds of products here that you can get, and of course their prices are much more affordable compared to the imported ones. And another one of my favorite sections here is, of course, the meat section. So here you can get steak, minced meat, chicken, pork, absolutely everything, either from here, or there's a section where they have them prepared there already with their price tags and everything. So typically when they run out of meat over there, which happens to be the case if you come here around 8 p.m., 9 p.m. before they close, because there's a lot of demand and people typically buy everything a little bit before. Then you would go here and get it straight from here. It's this exact same thing, of course, only you wait. If there's a line, you would wait a little. But yeah, there's a lot of options here. Again, chicken, pork, beef, absolutely everything. For reference purposes, cowboy steak, which would be 2 pounds of meat here, would be 1,700 pesos. And let's do the quick conversion over there. So that would be $28 for 2 pounds. So $14 per pound for a cowboy branded steak here. So again, you can get lots of options here. What I normally do myself is that I purchase these items in the cash and carry store in Cap Cana that typically has very good steak selection. And I'll do that in one of my next videos so you can actually compare prices as well and see the different variety that they have there compared to here. Guys, we're now in the chicken section where I'm going to be doing a couple of price reviews for you just so you can compare with your home country. So for example, chicken thigh, 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs you have for 163 pesos approximately. Then we've got chicken wings, again 1.5 pounds for 200 pesos for chicken wings. And then we got the entire chicken, which is about 5 pounds almost, for 360 pesos. It's actually pretty convenient to get the whole chicken. Guys, here you can also get different pizza options, both the ones for the microwave and the oven. So here we have, for example, pizza starting at about 270 pesos per pizza. And you have different options, of course, different sizes. This is my favorite one. You should try if you like thin crust. La Flaquita is a really good, it actually has 3 units, 3 pizzas for 800 pesos. So it's actually really good. Great pizza. In this section, we're going to be doing a couple of references on prices for the bacon and sausage. Again, a huge variety of brands. But let's take a look. For example, the starting point would be the leader one, which is 200 pesos for 8 ounces of bacon. 8 ounces of bacon, 200 pesos. Then we got sausage. Let me see, the sausage would be 140 pesos for 5 sausages, pretty big ones as well. So yes, 140. And of course, we got other brands as well, which I believe they're imported. Johnsonville. Here for these sausages, that would be 300 pesos. So exactly, almost it's double the price of the local one. And moving on this way, so here we have, oh yeah, so again, if you are gluten intolerant, for example, this is where you would find gluten-free bread. Again, they have quite a lot of those. And it's pretty cool that now they are offering that, because back in the day that didn't used to exist. So look at that, for example, gluten-free bread. Of course, all gluten-free products are always pricier than the regular. But of course, if you're gluten intolerant, you don't have a lot of choice there. Moving on this way, we've got waffles. So for example, 10 waffles for 200 pesos. We have cheesecake, which looks fabulous, and maybe 1,000 pesos for a New York cheesecake. Take a look at some donuts, gluten-free donuts as well. French macarons. In this section, we're going to find ice cream. We have local, again, local and imported ice cream. Something local would be helado bon. So this would be local ice cream you can get. So for the helado bon, the bon ice cream, which is the local one I just mentioned, that would be about 350 pesos. And for Baskin Robbins, that would be around 500 approximately, depending on the size you choose. Oh Lord, and Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's also around the 500 pesos depending. Oh, look how cute this is. The tiny ones. This you can get without guilt. It's a better option at times. And we reached almost the final section of the supermarket. We're now in the drinks, beverages section. So of course, for reference, sugar-free Coke of 2 liters, that would be 84 pesos, right? So again, $1, a little over $1 for this 2-liter bottle here. So we got that. And we are now in the snacks section, where you got a lot of chips and snacks overall. So for example, comparison purposes, a can of Pringles as such would run you about 100 pesos, so about $1.2 approximately again. As you guys likely know, or may not know, that in this island, of course, we do not drink tap water. So we all buy water, right? So you have 2 options. Either you buy the large water jugs, where you can buy the pump that I just mentioned, so you can serve yourself water from there. That's economically more feasible, so it's going to cost you less. And there's typically a service you call and they come and bring you new water jugs for you. Otherwise, you also have this option, so you can get these big jugs of water as well. For price purposes, here we have a gallon of water. Starting price would be about 70 pesos from what I can tell here. So 1 gallon, 70 pesos for the liter water. And of course, going up in quality, it's going to be more and more. The water I typically like would be this one, or this one even. And of course, if you go even higher than that, you can get here Now this is really good water. Solan de Cabras, and this one is 250 pesos for 5 liters of water here. That's pretty good. If you are like me and you're an absolute fan of sparkling water, the options are not as economically feasible, but this one is the one that I typically get, which is the most affordable one you can get, San Benedetto, but it's still good water. This bottle will cost about 80 pesos. So again, a little over $1. But compared to, for example, to San Pellegrino and Perrier, it's pretty much, these are pretty much double the price or even more than San Benedetto. And guys, lastly, I wanted to mention that a very famous local chips, local snack would be plátanos. So it's fried plantain with salt, of course. So this is kind of the healthiest chips that they have and everybody eats it. I love it, it's delicious. So definitely try platanitos, or well, plátanos here. Oh, they even have tostones. That's amazing. Try tostones, try plátanos. It's very, very local, but very delicious. And again, you know, it's the healthiest. One can go in this direction. Or even a fried yuca. That's another option. Time to pay. Also, something I wanted to mention, that here you have, let's check how many we have. We have 12 spots where you can pay, 12 cashiers, 2 of which are the express ones. So if you have under 10 items, you can go there and save yourself the long lines. At this hour, it's about 4 p.m. Things are starting to pick up, but typically you wouldn't wait long. However, if you arrive around 8, 7 p.m., that's when most people come here, of course, after work to do some shopping. So come before or pretty late, 9:30, you're gonna be good. Also, if you buy a local SIM card and you're wondering how do I recharge the SIM card, you can do it here. So you can go here, or typically in some pharmacies, it should be the case, but sometimes it's not working. So in the supermarket, you can always recharge your local SIM card. So guys, we have just finished the shopping. As you could have seen in the video right now, it's very nice because these people actually pack it for you. The guys pack it up for you, so you don't have to really manually do anything except put your stuff on the cashier. And they also take you to your car, which is really nice. Of course, when they do that, we tend to always tip them some amount because, of course, they're helping you not have to carry everything or push your own cart to your car. So that's a really, really beautiful thing they have here in the video. Guys, that was it for today's tour of the Nacional supermarket. I really hope it was helpful and that we really try to showcase as many prices as we could. It is a big supermarket and it definitely takes quite some time to try to showcase everything that's relevant for you guys. So let me know in the comments what you thought about the prices and what you think about overall the options that we have here, how it compares to your country and the prices in your local supermarkets. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next videos, and make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you're interested in seeing more videos like these. Not just real estate, of course, but also the services we have in Punta Cana overall. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.